In this video, I would like to give tips and tricks from a beginner like myself to new players like you. And the reason you'd want to watch this is I feel I have a different perspective as I am one of you, a new player. I've put about 60 hours into this game so far. I am really enjoying it. And here are my 5 tips that will help you have a better time and be better at the game. The first tip is to do the main quests because they will give you good plans for your camp. They will give you good starting equipment and items and aid and even food recipes. And they will help you explore the beautiful world that is Fallout 76 to help you get your bearings. There's a lot of stuff you could do in this game, and it's easy to get lost, easy to get sidetracked. Definitely stick to the main quests, the Wayward Tavern, do those quests, the Overseer journals and logs. The reason being it'll connect to the next tip about making an efficient camp to make money with. The world in this game is massive, and these quests will help you get around the world, get a feel for it, a feel of the enemies, the combat mechanics, the new VAT system that doesn't pause the game if you're used to that from single-player Fallouts. This goes into my second tip, is your first camp. Unlike Fallout 4 where you have to build settlements everywhere and consume your time, Fallout 76 you're going to build 1, maybe 2 camps. You can only have 1 camp active at a time. So really you're going to design a camp and you can move it around the world, replace it down if, for example, you join a world and someone has your plot of land. It happens and it's rare. Or if you pick a popular area, it happens more often. But your first camp is not going to be anything fancy. It's not going to attract too many people, but it will be helpful. Other people will use your camp if you keep it unlocked to access their stash and their different crates or crafting benches, and also different resources. If you keep them unlocked, people will come to gather resources. This gets into making money with an easy method of a water purifier farm. If you do the main quests and you go to the Overseer cache in Fort McClintock, you will get the industrial water purifier. And also, you will get more plans unlocked for your camp by defending workshops around the world. You'll find your first one by the Ferris wheel on your way to the logging camp to solve that problem for the Wayward story arc. In these camps, you claim them, you spend a little bit of caps. Other players can steal them from you and initiate PvP, but that is rare. The main thing that'll happen is NPCs will go into a sort of horde mode, wave after wave, and you'll have to defend against it for 2 to 3 waves of enemies. And then after that, you will gain some plans for your camp. They could range from decorative items to actual working items that you'll need, like water purifiers. The one you get for defending the first workshop is a good water purifier you could build on dry land, but it only gives you about 2 pure water max, and it caps out at 2. The one from the Overseer cache at Fort McClintock is an industrial sized one. It caps out at 5 purified water. And if you find an area like a lake or a big river, you could set up a bunch of these, and you could be making very decent money early on, going back to your camp every half hour, 20 minutes or so, to collect all the water because it caps out at 5 total per machine. I highly recommend getting a water purifier farm up and running to sell your goods. As you're exploring the world, you want to get your stomping grounds and your rotation of places you go to. For me, it is always White Springs Golf Course, really the resort and the mall. The downstairs mall is where you're going to fast travel to. It's free to fast travel there, and you'll be selling your goods here, your pure water, you'll be using their workshops, selling your legendaries when you start getting them to earn scrip, which is used to buy other legendary items or modules to make your own legendary items. The reason why I like White Springs is because besides the mall, you have the upstairs hotel and all the grounds of the resort where there's a lot of resources that you can use, a lot of telephones, a lot of fans. Everything in this game breaks down into useful components. You want to be collecting everything, especially early on, and definitely stashing it in your camp. Collect all junk. I'm not going to make that a tip because you'll hear that in every video. And it's true, collect everything. And then for example, if you're going to build something you don't have it, go to your junk menu, press the associated button for Xbox and Xbox controller users on PC. I think it is the RB button, and that'll open up the component list, and then you can tag components so they are searchable in the world. Basically, you'll see an item, there'll be a magnifying glass on it, and that shows that you tagged that component. And inside that item is the component you're looking for when you break it down. And this will help you learn the game. Tip number 3 is when you want to make money besides the purified water, another method is selling everything, obviously, weapons. But really, no one talks about this. Outfits sell for a decent amount, especially at the golf course. Inside the golf course restaurant slash clubhouse, country club, there are a bunch of golf outfits for girls and boys, golf skirts, and golf outfits. These sell for about 30 caps per outfit. You could easily grab a bunch of these. You can even server hop and grab more of them. You can make a lot of money doing this. Keep this in mind. Don't sleep on outfits and selling them. You really don't get much by breaking down an outfit. Apparel doesn't break down for much. Better to sell it or wear it. Another tip is when you're able to get a vendor at your camp, set up a vendor right away, and you will definitely be able to sell anything you could think of, from ammo to outfits to known recipes. If there are plans or recipes you know already, you could just sell them in your camp. Tip number 4 is don't worry about your build in the beginning. While you're picking perk cards early on, have fun, pick stuff that'll suit your playstyle. Pick a weapon and stick to it. Shotguns got me up to level 35 roughly, and then they kind of fall off. You want to pick one of the more meta builds at that point. I went with commando and fully automatic weapons. I'm doing a laser build with that. Early on, you can make any build you want and have fun with the game. People do melee builds. Sometimes those last to endgame. Shotguns, in my opinion, don't really last to endgame unless you're highly specialized. That being said, again, pick what's fun for you. It's not going to harm you to pick the wrong perk cards. By the end of the game and high levels, you're going to have multiple perk cards and a lot of them. Another thing why I like shotguns early on is ammo is plentiful, it's easy to craft, and also it doesn't use a lot of ammo. I would not suggest a fully automatic build in the beginning of the game because ammo is hard to come by. Tip number 5 is, in my opinion, you can play this game solo like any other Fallout game and you will enjoy it a lot. The story's very cool, interesting NPCs, mainly really interesting locations. The world of West Virginia in Fallout 76 is amazing. But by playing solo, I don't mean playing by yourself. You want to always join a team, especially a casual team. You will get extra intelligence bonuses and extra XP bonuses. You want to do this to level up quicker and get your intelligence perks high and your stats high with intelligence, as high as you want to go. Mainly for the 3-point card of inspirational. This will give you a 15% XP bonus when you're on a team. So, Play the game solo, but do it on a team. You might never even see those players. Don't worry about it when it's a casual team. It truly is casual. No one expects anything of you. The benefits of this is, when you're on a team, you will gain free fast travel points to your other teammates' camps. If they're high-level players, their camps might have a bunch of great stuff in them. Anything from food crafting items and stations to stations that make you coffee or tea that gives you amazing buffs, or awesome candies or Nuka-Cola. Different scavenging crafting stations that you can get free items to craft stuff, free components. Definitely check out other people's camps. Use their camps for free fast travel around the map. Save as much money as possible early on. Don't be fast traveling if it costs you more than 10 caps. Try to fast travel somewhere closer for free. There are predestined areas and locations that have free fast travel. White Springs Resort is one of them, and the various faction locations are free, a few others, and any teammates' camps are free. Finally, a bonus tip that you've heard before if you watch a lot of these videos: don't waste your legendary modules or cores on early legendary items. Maybe a level 1 or a 2-star, or if you need something to carry you from level 20 to 35. But I would save all that to level 50. Use that at level 50 to gain a full suit of legendary armors and weapons, and that'll be much better off than wasting them early on. When you get to level 25, I would start doing a few events just to tag the enemies. You're not going to kill these enemies, you'll probably get killed a lot, but if you go in there with like a submachine gun or even a 10mm pistol and you shoot all the enemies and let the higher level players kill them, you will gain 3 to 4 levels per event and super rack up on items and components, and that'll help you level up quicker. But I would not do events before level 25. Stick to the quests. And after a week of playing the game, if you like it, if you're enjoying it, consider getting Fallout First for 1 month. Your first month should only be 50% off, like around $6 USD. They give you a discount for first-time new players, and it definitely is worth it for a little bit. For the cost of $6, you can't beat it. It's pay for convenience. It's not really pay to win, but you'll get another spawnable tent, which acts as a free fast travel point and somewhere for you to dump your stuff quickly, as well as a bunch of other things. You can watch other videos for the details, but you'll also get a bunch of free atomic points, way more than any other video game gives you for their subscription model. This is basically like a battle pass, and Bethesda really gives you a good amount of atomic points for joining it and for maintaining it. And if you enjoy the game, I recommend getting it for a month, because you could dump all your junk in the stash box that they give you, not waste any of your precious room in your vanilla stash box, and then if you run out of the month and don't pay anymore, you can just withdraw stuff from the box, basically giving you a little advantage. Just a quick little point. And that's it. If you liked the video and it was helpful, hit that thumbs up button. I have a couple more ideas for a few more videos. How to farm certain components and junk that I found have been really helpful, and a couple others. Thank you for watching.